The new boss of England's NHS started his career 26 years ago in the North East. On his first day in charge, Simon Stevens returned. To meet the challenge of an ageing population, he wants to break down barriers between GPs, hospitals and social services. He says it should be easier to see a GP at weekends. And he insists the NHS can provide high-quality care despite what he called the most sustained budget crunch in its 66-year history.
There are big challenges for the NHS, but the NHS has faced big challenges in its past and has always risen to the occasion. In order to do that again, I think we've got to listen very carefully to what patients are telling us about the kind of services they need, and then we've got to ensure that frontline nurses and doctors are able to reshape care to meet those patient needs.
Yes, it is. It's a little bit on the higher side.
That might just be first-day nerves, but he will be under pressure from some unions who are uneasy about his previous job in a private healthcare company in the United States.
One of his challenges is to deal with some of the inefficiencies, sadly, that we find in the NHS. And if he can eradicate those inefficiencies, he will go a long way to balancing the budget. We fully understand that the money has to be well managed. We believe it can be, and to do that, you need good managers.
Simon Stevens believes technology can help the NHS deliver better care more efficiently. This prototype DNA analyzer, developed at Newcastle's Centre for Life, is cheap enough to be used by every GP to prescribe the most effective medicines for individual patients.
Genetics and personalised medicine is very much the future for the NHS, but in many ways it's still struggling with problems from its past. Too many patients are still being treated in expensive hospitals. Not enough work is being done trying to keep patients well in the first place. The new boss is going to have to lead the NHS through a tricky transition.
The NHS is a key issue for voters, and just a year out from an election, Simon Stevens will be under close scrutiny. But he's up for the challenge. Thomas Moore, Sky News, Newcastle.